where the filming was a bit more live.
Back up a little bit.
Am I alright down there? Yeah. I'm alright.
Yeah, so good.
Now I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Someone's glasses, please. I can't see. I can't see. I thought he's tuned up right. I'm ready. Let's start a minute.
They suit you.
Thank you very much. Very impressed. Right, so this is right, Alexa, this is from Nathan's test now, very sorry about it because he's not here. Hello everyone. Charlie speaks. I know a story. He's going to have to. He told me he was after the street side. That speaks specifically, not to include any big words.
10 minutes starting now.
I'm not going to put them down by having to say, are you ready? Hippo potomonstros's quick to diliphobia, which actually means the fear of long words. He asked me to keep a diminutive, which also means short speech. So, me and Nathan met quite a while ago in an extremely educational music class at Wycliffe Mount, when Nathan was famous for being well behaved and courteous towards our teacher, Miss Ashton, who never had a bad word to say about him much. So Penny says. It was one of these music classes that we formed our friendship, kind of. He thought I was a chap and thought he was a mosher. But somehow we became friends. In an early memory of our friendship, when he was opened his school bag next to me, he took out the Tesco uniform. I asked him how he got a job there. He said he hadn't, he had just mugged someone out who worked there and took it stupidly, I believed him. Fast forward a few months, we finished Wycliffe Mount, or I've had it called Shickliffe Mount, which to be honest we both had thought would never see each other again. Oh no, during the summer I was walking in Tesco and I saw Nathan. I asked him about how he was doing, what he was doing after school. That was the moment I realised we were going to be on the same course in his college study. Then we went to college. It was our first college friendship really began, and then the stupidity started. Our first day of college, I got an idea of Nathan's character. We were asked what would we do if we found a wallet with £500 inside. The rest of the class answered quite normal. Not Nathan's. He decided at the tender age of 16 he would spend the £500 on cheese at Tesco's to find his range. As you can imagine, this was not the response that most people would have expected. It was clear at college that we had a distinctively different music taste, couldn't say. But we realised quite quickly that it didn't matter as long as there was alcohol involved, especially not for me listening to Nathan's metal music. This was when Nathan took me the first proper night out. He took me to a really classy place called the Squash Club in Dewsbury. I heard rumours about this place, so I asked him if it was weird or he specifically said it wasn't. Then we arrived, it definitely was proper weird. Safe to say, I never really went back. I'll stop with the story because as we get older, we have more money to spend on alcohol unless I can remember. I think a good test of friendship is to see how you are when you don't see each other for a long period of time. This is one thing we have never had a problem with. For many years I went to Nathan on cruise. For many years I went to cruise ships and was constantly away from home. Every time I came home, we never seemed to have a problem. It was not like we'd never been away. Even now, with both our busy lives, we still get together and see each other like we saw each other the day before. As a best pal, I couldn't have asked any much couldn't ask for much more. You've always been encouraging, caring, more importantly, a proper good laugh. Who always can say the best mate broke his knee, got saved like Edward Scissorhands. You were always fantastic. You were a fantastic man at line best wedding. The stag do was unbelievable. On your day, you were the perfect best man. And genuinely gut that I couldn't be out there with you, but I'm sure you're having a great time. Lastly, I can't do a speech without mentioning the main person, Amy. Amy, you came around when I just started working in Japan. And to be honest, when Nathan said he was seeing someone, I didn't really react. Sorry, he said. It wasn't until I came home 6 months later that I realised this might actually be serious with Nathan. Me and Nathan went out for a drink of orange juice, as they do. I promise. And all that night, Nathan talked about you and how much he loved you and spending time with you. Over the years, I have seen how much you care for him and love him wholeheartedly. I would also like to tell, I would also take this opportunity to tell you, Amy, that we may have had a few drinks on these nights out, but it was only one ever kind of. I hope you have a fantastic day and spend many more years happy together. Harry. Firstly, as you know, I'm Nathan's dad, and I'd first like to welcome you all for coming on this beautiful day. You know, Nathan and Emma to celebrate the wedding. What more can I say? What more can I say? Beautiful island, beautiful couple. I'm really quite happy for them. I'd like to talk about how Nathan is, you know, me, Sue and I, you know, we are so proud of you. It turned out such a good. You're such a wonderful man. A child that developed through the years. Being Amy, you know, you blossomed together. Can't mention no words can imagine how happy you are. You're like yin and yang. Your cheese and biscuits, have you said, Nathan? so I'd like to just congratulate you. Please, you know, that you come into the family. I'd just like to wish out, can everyone raise their glasses and just give a quick toast to Amy and Nathan on this beautiful day. To Amy and Nathan.
Just say you do.
Testing. Right, so, first up, I've got to read out Paul's speech as the fellow who's standing. Hey up, everyone. That's hello, and thank you for being here today for the North Yorkshire Board. The hardest thing Sarah and I have ever had to do is not be with you all at Amy and Nathan's wedding today in Cosmo, and to see our beautiful daughter Amy and not so shabby Nathan tie the knot with Emma and Charlie as bridesmaids at the beautiful beach wedding surrounded by friends and family. I'm deeply grateful to Darren, my stunt double, for
for agreeing to stand in for me. Without hesitation, he said it would be an honour to do it, and here he is. I can't think of anyone I'd rather take my place under these circumstances. I never doubted he would do it, as he is truly one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So, I want to thank Aaron for lending me his voice today and walking me down the aisle on my behalf. I'm absolutely crap at speeches, and I know that I'm going to do a better job of it. Thank you very much. Now, about my daughter. Amy has always had her own style, usually wearing black and absolutely her own person. So it was fantastic to see her look absolutely stunning in the white wedding dress. It made your mum cry tears of happiness when she saw you in that dress for the first time. And it seemed like I've got something in my eye at exactly the same moment because my eyes too watered. Amy always lights up a room, even when wearing her signature black bundle. But today, in a white wedding dress, she looks more beautiful than ever. Still unmistakable Amy, just with a little extra spark. We love you, ladies. Nathan, it's a pleasure to have you join our family. I can remember when Sarah told me that she had met you for the first time. I asked her what you were like, and she said, you seemed very nice, but you had them funny earring things. Now, I'm not one to judge, as you know. However, at that point, I thought to myself, oh, God. I've known you for quite a long time now, and I still think, oh, God. But it's in every way. You truly are a fairly nice guy, reasonably intelligent, sometimes quite witty, but the best thing is, you're prepared to listen to my conspiracy and other nutty theories, of which I have many. Joking aside, you know we love you, and as a son, I'm truly welcome you to the family. A father cannot wish for more than for his daughter to meet someone that he can trust to protect and look after his daughter. Through good times and bad times. And we all know that you've been prepping for a long time, so even when the zombie apocalypse comes, you'll be there to look after the Amy. I know you will both have many adventures together. Amy will see to that. And Sarah and I wish you all the happiness in the world and a truly magical wedding and honeymoon. We can't wait to get you back. Oh, we can't wait to see you when you're back. I'll finish on a rubbish limerick. Young Amy, a vision in white, is marrying Nathan quite right. With a ring and a kiss and a lifetime of bliss, the future is looking so bright. Have a great night. And then just briefly, as an uncle, I also want to say how proud I am to be a part of this day and this moment. Amy, Jane and I have watched from afar as you grew into the amazing woman standing here today. You've always carried strength, compassion, and that unmistakable spark that makes you who you are. Seeing you this happy, it means the world to all of us, and I'm sure I say that on behalf of everybody here. And Nathan, I'm truly glad she found someone who matches her heart, her energy, and her kindness. I'd like to echo Paul and just offer a wholehearted welcome to the family. To the two of you, may your home be filled with love, your days with laughter, and your life together be shared with endless shared moments that become the stories you tell for years to come. And we raise a glass to love, to family, and to the beautiful future ahead of you both. Here's to a lifetime together, as bright and as fun as today has been. Congratulations, Amy and Nathan.
Right then, let's try and find somewhere to stand up, shall we? Right. I'll come over here. There we go. Can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we all having a good time? Yeah. Good, good. So, good evening, everybody. Now, I've been told the secret to a good groom's speech is to start with something everyone in the room has in common. Looking around, I think it's safe to say we're all a bit checklists. But seriously, I finally get the honour of being the first to say, on behalf of my wife and I, hey, there we go. Right, it's truly incredible to see you all here. When we told everyone we were getting married in Thailand, we expected a fair few people to suddenly remember they had a very important thing to do back home. Instead, you actually showed up, so thank you. In all honesty, we know that swapping England and Australia for Koh Samui wasn't exactly a hard sell, but we also knew the thousands of miles, the long-haul flights, and the battle with humidity we've all endured to be here. It is deeply humbling to look out and see so many familiar faces in such a beautiful, far-flung place. It simply wouldn't be the same without you all. Although it would have been quite a lot cheaper. Now, I want to talk about two people who have been there since the very beginning. Seeing them both here today, 6,000 miles from home, means the world to me and Amy. To my mum, thank you for being my biggest cheerleader. Your excitement for this trip was infectious. I'm pretty sure you know the layout of Koh Samui better than the locals. Thank you for your incredible energy. To my dad, first of all, well done on them speeches. I think you pronounced that word right as well. Yeah, spot on that. So, to my dad, I'm glad you've made it. If you didn't know, my dad is a man who likes to do things his own way. So much so. The minute he arrived, he was on a scooter, hunting down the nearest wacky-backy shop. Maybe he just needed a break from the rest of us Lockwoods. Either way, Dad, thank you for being such a great sport, and I'm truly proud to have you here with us today. So, I'd like to take a moment. Where's that camera? Rob, where are we at, mate? There it is, brilliant. I'd like to take a moment to speak about two very important people who couldn't be here in person but are watching with us right now. Sarah and Paul. We can't see you, but we can certainly feel your love all the way from the UK. We miss you dearly. Sarah, everyone knows you are the heart of the family, so caring and thoughtful. I see those exact same qualities in Amy every single day. And Paul, your humour really does know no end. I definitely see your wit and that spark in Amy also, usually when she's making a joke at my expense. Sarah and Paul, I realise today that I'm not just lucky because I met Amy, I'm lucky because she was raised by the two of you. You have raised a woman who is the perfect balance of everything I love. Thank you for welcoming me into the family and trusting me with your daughter. Now, I'd like to say a huge thank you to the people supporting us today, whether they're sitting here, not in the sun, in the dark, under the parasols, or you're watching at home on the screen, thank you. To Perry, my best man, I'm so gutted that you couldn't be here, but thanks for the speech and setting me dad up with that as well, that was great. Perry really outdid himself with the stag do. We had a relaxing weekend, we're in a woodland lodge and lots of food and far too much booze. It's probably for the best that we had to do back home, because I've heard he's got a thing for lady boys. Just kidding, mate. Anyway, to my dad and granddad, thank you for stepping up as groomsmen. Having 3 generations of us here today is something I'll never forget. And to the rest of the lads, I know you're sitting there in a tie in 30 degree and wondering why we didn't do this in Speedos, but trust me, I'm feeling it too. So, speaking of looking sharp, to the bridesmaids, Abby and Emma, you both look absolutely stunning. Abby, we have to talk about your week leading up to this. While we were worrying about seating plans and flower arrangements, you decided to spice things up by losing your passport. Stress doesn't even come close. But yeah, we are relieved you've made it. Mostly because the wedding photos would look a bit lopsided without you. One more thing I'd like to mention is the lodge connection. Despite you and Perry having never met, you've both booked the exact same location for our stag and hen do. I'm convinced that you're telepathically connected, though clearly Perry was the one holding the passport part of the brain that day. Joking aside, thank you for going to such great lengths to be here. And Emma, can't forget about you, can we? As Amy's sister, I know how much it means to her to have you here. Now, I'm sure anyone with a sister knows that seeing eye to eye isn't always the default setting, and this wedding has been no exception. But that being said, behind the occasional face-off is a bond that I've come to admire so much. Thank you for being such a rock to Amy, and I'm so happy to officially call you my sister-in-law. If everyone could please join me in raising a glass to the bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
I'm nearly there, guys, don't worry if you're falling asleep at the back. So, finally, to the person who has made the thousands of miles, the ups and downs, and the sleepless nights worth it. To my beautiful wife, Amy. I think everyone here will agree that you look absolutely breathtaking. All day I've been trying to find the words to describe how I felt when I saw you walking down the aisle, but astounded doesn't quite cover it. I still can't quite believe you're the one who watched me from the mushrooms across the pub all those years ago. From our very first date, where we put crawl click eating all day and all night, I knew you were someone special. I also know that I'm hard work, yet you manage it with more grace and humour than I probably deserve. You are my best friend, my favourite travel companion, and now at long last, my wife. I'm so proud of the life we've built together. Being here with you at the other side of the world and with everybody else, I realise that it doesn't matter where we are, as long as I'm with you, I'm home. I promise to always be in your corner, to make you laugh every single day, and to be right by your side on as many adventures may they come. I love you forever and always. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please all stand and raise your glasses for one final toast? To my beautiful wife, Amy. Thank you very much.